Climate change. We all know about it. We all know it's worrying AF. But what's the best thing that we, individuals, can do about it? I mean, we know that we should drive less, but we need to get to places. And we know that we should heat our houses less, but what about when it's chiller? Turns out that one of the single most effective things that individuals can do is also one of the easiest. Just stop eating beef and lamb, but mainly beef. You can cut your impact by a full 95% by eating proteins from delicious plants. Don't be fooled into thinking that plants aren't full of proteins. They're hiding loads. On average, we each get about 85% of the protein we need from plants, and then we get about 50% of the protein we need from animals. So that's a lot more protein than we need. We can maybe cut out beef entirely, and we'd still have plenty. Also remember, meat is spenny, and eating it is linked to a lot of health problems too. Oxford University reckons that switching all meat for plants would prevent about 45,000 early deaths a year in the UK. And if that isn't enough to convince you to cut down on or entirely cut out beef, here are two more things. Water. Delicious, refreshing, wet water. It might be plentiful here in the UK, but it's running out in most places in the world. And what's one of the single best and also easiest things you can do to save water? Stop eating beef. It takes an enormous amount of water to create a steak, from the water the cow drinks and sweats, to the water needed to grow the plants that it eats, and all of the industrial water surrounding that as well. A single gram of steak sets the world back a full 16 litres of water. You can cut your water impact by about 60% by choosing other meats, but why eat other meats when you can cut your water impacts by over 85% by eating plant proteins instead? And that other thing? Land. We're smashing through global forests at a rate measurable in football fields per second, claiming new land for farming, simultaneously vanquishing the very trees we depend on for absorbing the CO2 that's created by all that farming. You can reduce your land impacts by 85% by choosing chicken and pork over beef, freeing up land for reforesting and other useful things. But why choose any meats when you could reduce your land impacts by 95% by choosing plants instead? The number of cows on Earth is unbelievable. If you took all of the world's land mammals, tigers, mice, elephants, beavers, platypuses, mongooses, and you put them in a massive pile, only about 3% of that pile would be wild animals. 28% of that pile would be humans. 31% of that pile would be all of our domesticated mammals, except for cows. Cows would make up 41% of that pile by themselves. That's a lot of cow. Let's try to cut it down.